Right now, you can see it in the air. You might be able to smell it from inside your house. Another air quality advisory, thanks to the Canadian wildfires. How long it'll last?
As president, I couldn't be less. No, I can't,
Also, in his own words, we have new developments overnight in the White House documents investigation. Here are the newly revealed recordings of former President Donald Trump.
And due to the smoke from those wildfires, we do have an air quality advisory, not only today, but this is in effect right into Thursday at noon.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now. This morning, I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. Boy, it is thick out there. Look at this sky. It's starting to impact visibility on your way to work if you've got to commute today.
Yeah, that means it's come down to the surface. So obviously the people with respiratory problems probably want you to limit your time outside. Even healthy people maybe want to hold off working out until maybe later today. I think things will gradually get better, at least a little bit. But right now, it's unhealthy conditions across all of southern Wisconsin for even healthy individuals. This is in effect until noon, but things should get a little bit better going into the evening hours as well. But look at these visibilities, as we were talking about, down to 2.5-mile visibility here in Madison, Janesville, down to 2 miles, 3-mile visibility in Juneau. You can see on our future track, as far as the smoke is concerned, the bright orange over most of eastern Wisconsin. That will sink down to the south. So as we get into the evening hours, noticing this blue, that would indicate some cleaner air coming in from the north. But you notice how it stalls down to our south, and eventually that'll come right back at us out of the south. Maybe not as thick as what we're seeing this morning, but still causing some problems tomorrow. So we'll continue to see the haze from the smoke from these wildfires and some poor air quality today and also tomorrow. High temperatures, though, even with the blockage of the sun from the smoke, likely to hit the 80s today. Looking at that chance of rain, it looks like Thursday, later Thursday into Friday. That'll be the best chance of seeing some much-needed rain across the area. Temperatures are comfortable this morning. We're in the 50s, 59 right now in Madison. So if you are driving about, we will have that reduced visibility. That's not fog. That is haze from that smoky condition. Hazy sun expected throughout the day with temperatures in the lower 80s. We'll take a look at those rain chances later this week, and hopefully that'll help some of that smoke and also our drought coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Let's take a live look now at the air quality index in Wisconsin. This is a map of the state. Hard to make out the outline here. That's because we are completely in red. See that blue dot? That's Madison. Red signifies unhealthy on the air quality index. You can see the entire state is under that designation. Like Kelly mentioned, there's an advisory in place for most of the week. Public Health Madison Dane County says you should limit your outdoor time as much as possible. Senior citizens, kids, and people with heart or lung problems are most at risk. Again, that air quality advisory in effect until noon Thursday.
A heads up for tomorrow afternoon. The Wisconsin Air National Guard will be flying over the Madison Isthmus. It's part of a nationwide celebration of a century of aerial refueling. Now, if you can manage to catch a glimpse, you're going to catch a KC-135 Strato tanker. That's the tanker used to refuel other aircraft without having to land. It'll be flying at a low altitude over the Capitol and Camp Randall between 1:30 and 1:40 in the afternoon tomorrow. You'll probably hear it before you see it. You might catch a rare glimpse.
6:03 developing this morning. Former President Trump, in his own words, for the first time, we're hearing the sound that's a key piece of evidence against him in the classified documents case. The audio is cited in the indictment. Special counsel Jack Smith alleging Trump put national security secrets at risk by mishandling papers after he left the White House. This audio is from July 2021. Trump was at his resort in New Jersey talking about secret documents that he did not declassify.
This is like highly confidential secret. This is secret information. Look at this. Yeah. As president, I couldn't be less. No, I can't,
He's going to say that he never had a document in his hand up in Bedminster, New Jersey, and that he was just waving around some papers willy-nilly.
Former President Trump has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Neither the special counsel nor the Department of Justice have responded to the release of that audio.
New overnight, 3 San Antonio police officers are facing murder charges. Investigators say the officers shot a woman inside her home last Friday. All 3 officers are accused of firing multiple shots at 46-year-old Melissa Perez. Body camera video edited by police shows an officer approaching Perez. Perez was suspected of cutting wires of an apartment fire alarm system. She ran into her apartment, refused to exit. One officer went to her back patio, removed her window screen, and that's when officers say she threw a glass candle at him, hitting his arm. Police say Perez shattered the window with a hammer, and that is when they fired their first shots at her. Perez's daughter, meantime, said her mother had schizophrenia and was trying to get better.
I should have said, hey, don't be scared. We're here to help you.
The San Antonio police chief says the shooting is not consistent with the department's police and training. Perez's family plans to file a civil case now against the city of San Antonio and the police department.
Back in Wisconsin, the state will receive more than $1 billion to boost high-speed internet in the state. It's part of the more than $40 billion funding coming from the Biden administration. The president pledging to make internet more accessible and more affordable for everyone.
Around 24 million Americans across this country, there's no high-speed internet. And for millions more, the internet connection is limited or unreliable. High-speed internet isn't a luxury anymore. It's become an absolute necessity.
The president says every home will have access to high-speed internet by 2030. The state receiving the most federal funds is Texas. About 7 million people there don't have broadband.
The Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin will get $2 million for small businesses. The federal funding will be used to tackle barriers like high rates of poverty. It will also do so in part by helping businesses chartered by the Menominee Tribe and on the reservation. The funding comes from the Biden administration's American Rescue Plan. A total of $73 million is going to 39 tribal governments across the country. It's the first time the awards are going directly into the hands of tribal governments.
6:06 now. A suspected drunk driver is in police custody after crashing into this downtown Madison home Sunday afternoon. Take a look at the leftover damage here. The crash completely took out the home's porch. It also caused a partial structure collapse. The second floor balcony a little lopsided too. You can see right there. Workers trying to shore it up with support beams to keep the house standing. Somehow nobody was hurt.
If somebody would have been there in that room, the whole foundation would have collapsed on her.
Police say the driver tried to run off after the crash. That 58-year-old man is now facing charges of fourth offense operating while intoxicated and resisting an officer.
In related news, pedestrian deaths in Madison are declining despite rising pedestrian deaths across the state in 2022. The city went from 5 deaths in the year 2021 to just 2 last year. Madison's pedestrian and bicycle administrator says the reduction comes in part because of Mayor Satya Conway's plan called Vision Zero. So far this year, 2 pedestrians have been killed in the city. Statewide, that number is 30. Still, officials say 1 pedestrian fatality is too many. The Wisconsin Elections Commission will hold a special meeting today to consider whether Megan Wolf should remain in her position as administrator. WEC will consider the appointment of an administrator or an interim for the next term. In a letter to lawmakers, Megan Wolf says that she wanted to set the record straight about false claims regarding the 2020 presidential election. The letter reads in part, the outcome of all those 2022 probes produced essentially the same results. The identification of a relatively small number of suggestions for procedural improvements with no findings of wrongdoing or significant fraud despite the widely available data. The story of the election has been repeatedly mischaracterized.
All right, you can root for a local man when you watch the new season of CBS's Tough as Nails this upcoming weekend. Janesville toolmaker Todd Anderson is competing for the $200,000 grand prize. If you're not familiar, this is how this works. Each week, contestants compete in challenges. The lowest performers are put up against each other, and whoever loses that challenge has to go home. You can tune in to the season premiere this Sunday night at 7 to follow Todd's journey. Good luck to him.
Very cool. We're rooting for you, Todd.
Yeah, let's go.
6:08 now. He is the only current Packer left from the Super Bowl team. But for how long? Coming up next in sports, Mason Crosby talks about his future in Green Bay.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Breiter. We're approaching the end of the month, so we're taking a look back at all the fun and inspiration June brought us in the 608 when News for Now this morning continues.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
The Subway series is elevating your favorite sub.
Why mess with the sweet onion teriyaki, Chuck?
Man, this ain't messing. It's perfecting with marinated chicken and double cheese.
Sweet and savory. Kind of like you and me, Chuck.
Bye, Peyton. Try the refresh favorites at Subway today.
Mmm,
strawberries, blueberries, and the cherry on top. Fairlife, with 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and the creamy taste, turns scrumptious into scrumptious. Fairlife, ultra-filtered milk.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This July 4th is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. We are approaching the end of the month, so that means it's time for the June in Review in the 608.
A lot of memorable moments this month. Josh Breider is here in studio to take a look back at all of them. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. With concerts on the Square coverage tomorrow and then the 4th of July, we're celebrating the end of June a little early. And boy, the first month of summer really brought the fun along with it. On the next episode of In the 608. So a little bit about Kenny. Kenny was born just last night, so just hours old here. Made for TV right there. So I'm just going around to everything, just testing out the cush, just seeing how nice it is. This one passes. Plus, we have liftoff of the new South Terminal at the Dane County Regional Airport.
This is kind of one of my favorite parts about the South Terminal expansion, and you can go find your favorite beach or your house around Madison. It's really fun. We're excited to show it off.
We're going to talk more about the event coming up at 6:45. If you're looking for hope this morning, take a look at that. We have a rainbow.
It is amazing. People who've been here know it. It's just electric. I mean, the energy, it's a celebration.
Our little team called the Traveling Rack Pack have raised over $375,000 over the period of 14 years.
Those temperatures, I decided to wear a golf skirt today.
I don't know why you dress like that.
Fashion over everything, Josh.
We established this tournament 7 years ago, and giving back to the community was the #1 goal of this tournament.
Let's see if I can help Kenny out. This vehicle is so cool, you guys. We'll have all of this up on channel3000.com. I'm going to get into it. Hopefully you don't ruin anything. This thing's a little smaller. Takes a squeeze my little booty in here to get comfortable, but I've been eyeing this one up the entire time.
You gonna bring a couple back? I'd love to taste it. Love to try it.
Gonna be great.
He can hardly choke it down. He's a little busy right
Somebody
now.
get that man a glass of
You
milk.
know what I think about talking with your mouth full.
What a polite man. Josh Breiter.
Oh, he just wanted to reposition for the camera, I think, here, guys.
Madison Area Builders has been doing the Parade of Homes since the 1950s. It seems like every year there's something new. It's exciting, and it's been a tremendous group of people that have put these homes together.
Right behind us, we got groundwater coming out that's 50 degrees all year round, and about 2.6 million gallons of water per day coming out of the ground and feeding the Yahara chain of lakes.
Here we go. Josh Breiter, red shirt, fourth from the left, riding the number 3 mongoose this morning. There's the gate, and they're off.
Fast already.
My quads are on fire.
What's the point of all those workouts if you're not going to pick it up there, buddy?
Say, Leah, I think Viola and Kelly have a relationship kind of like me and you. Earlier, Kelly brought food over, and then Viola was trying to snag it away.
There you go, dear. Nice job.
You knew that we were on live TV. Back to you. Shout out to my partner in crime, photojournalist Mark Schilling, for putting that together as he's on vacation, a much-deserved vacation this week. Remember, you can always watch our features by going to channel3000.com/in608.
Keep that one handy and put it in January when it's freezing outside and you're tired of being outside every morning.
Bottle up some of that warmth. Isn't that something? I think that's what's so amazing around this time of the year is, I mean, a lot of people don't know, like, we're out there, like, we're gearing up at like 4:30 in the morning.
It's not easy, no.
And now with the sun coming up early, it makes it a lot easier, right? But on the other side of the spectrum, when it's, you know, January and it's dark until 7:30 in the morning, that doesn't make it very easy. Poor Mark. I mean, we have to have all the lighting equipment.
Yeah.
It's like he lights me up like a Christmas tree, but this is the time of year he loves because, you know, you don't have to worry about that as much.
That's great stuff this month. Great stuff. Here's to a good July. Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
6:16 out to Kelly Slifkin now with your first warned weather. You can see and smell the smoke out there, Kelly.
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to find the sun. I couldn't even actually find it out here. It's just, that's how thick the smoke has been this morning. So, yeah, it's obviously going to be causing some problems with some respiratory problems this morning especially. And you can see our Edgewater sky cam looking at the Union Terrace. Usually you can visibly see the Union Terrace, but you can barely pick it out because that smoke is so thick. And it's reduced our visibilities down to 2.5 miles here in Madison, 3-mile visibility in Juneau, 2 in Janesville. And you can see all of southern Wisconsin seeing this smoke and obviously causing respiratory problems, not only for those sensitive to it, but also healthy individuals. That's what we're seeing this morning. Therefore, we do have the air quality advisory, and it actually goes into effect until Thursday at noon. But I think the worst of it is going to be coming in today because we have this fire that's just north of Montreal. It's a very extensive fire, and it's fairly fresh, so it's letting out a lot of smoke, and it's wrapping around the storm system, and it's moving right into the eastern parts of Wisconsin, actually all of Wisconsin for that matter, and that's what we're seeing this morning. And actually, as we look at our future track smoke, you can see that orange. That's why we're seeing the really thick smoke this morning. That will continue into the early afternoon hours, but you notice in northern Wisconsin, some of that blue shading, that's indicating some clear air working in from the north. We'll get into a little bit of that going into the evening, but you notice how that smoke just kind of stalls over Illinois, and then eventually we'll get into a return flow or a southerly flow, and that will bring that smoke right back at us. Might not be as thick later tonight through tomorrow, but we're still going to have to deal with some air quality issues for some. Temperatures today, we'll see if we get in the low 80s. I don't know if we have this much smoke. I don't know if we'll quite get there, but we'll see. North winds right now up to around 10 miles per hour expected throughout the day. So we have the hazy conditions due to the smoke from those wildfires. Highs in the 80s this week. We do have a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. It looks like the better chance will be Thursday into a Friday. Nice start to the morning. 59 right now in Madison across Dane County. Some most locations in the 50s. 58 right now in Sun Prairie. 59 in Belleville. Oregon right now at 58 degrees. Temperatures in the 60s, 70s. Trying to get in the low 80s. We'll see what the blockage of that sun from the smoke. What we're watching is Wednesday, some storms up to the north. That front sags down to the south. As we go into Thursday and Friday, that looks like our best opportunity of seeing some rain. Hopefully we get some widespread beneficial rains. Then by the later part of the weekend, it looks like that chance of rain will be history. So the first warm forecast, we're going to be heating up throughout the week, and it's going to get a little bit more humid by Thursday and Friday. That'll lead to that chance of showers and thunderstorms. Maybe a lingering shower or thunderstorm Saturday. Then we're looking at dry and hot weather. Temperatures approaching the 90s. We'll see how much rain we can expect with the chance of storms later this week coming up in the next half hour.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer probably won't be back in Green Bay for a 17th season. No, I'm not talking about Aaron Rodgers. I'm talking about Mason Crosby. It's a changing of the guard in Green Bay, but Mason Crosby isn't ready to move on. He told Wilde and Tausch yesterday morning that he doesn't expect to wear the green and gold next year. Packers drafted a kicker in the 6th round of this year's draft, and number 2 hasn't heard much from the Pack this offseason. So for now, he waits for what's next.
I mean, would I love to be able to just say, yeah, I want to play 2 more years in Green Bay and like have that time frame? You know, I think that's what every athlete would, dream to have as an opportunity, but I just don't think that's the reality. I'm getting myself ready for training camp and, feeling good. Excited for what this next opportunity holds, and we'll see what happens.
After posting back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, Braylon Allen is back for blood in 2023. Under a new coaching staff, a new playbook, new teammates, Camp Randall will look a lot different this fall. The one familiar face will be Braylon Allen running the ball. After an offseason with the new staff, the junior bell cow feels the unprecedented hype and expectations, but he says he's ready to exceed them.
Huge. I think it's huge for myself individually, but even bigger for us as a team. Obviously, with a whole new coaching staff and everything, there's a lot of expectation. I think we're ready to exceed those. I believe we all trust in the work that we've been putting in, trust our preparation. We're going to continue to work hard throughout the rest of the summer and camp going into the season. We'll be ready.
Brewers in the Big Apple, first in a 4-game set with the Mets. Top 6, Crew trail 1-0, and Joey Wiemer provides all the offense that the Crew needed on Monday. A 2-run shot to straightaway center takes a 2-1 cheesy lead. Bottom 9, Devin Williams gets the job done. His 14th save of the year gives Milwaukee a 2-1 win. They've won 3 of their first 4 in a 10-game road trip. That's your Tuesday morning sports fix. Have a fantastic day.
Coming up, a crackdown for Costco members. What you should avoid.
Stay with us. News 3 Now is back after the break.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
Intuitive sit to start in the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
Save on your next painting project with 11% off everything at Menards. DuraClean exterior paint will keep your home looking beautiful by providing a weather-resistant coating with crack and fade resistance. 1 gallon just $29.98 after rebate. Choose Dutch Boy Max Bond Plus exterior paint for exceptional adhesion and 1-coat coverage. It's a paint and primer in one that resists dirt, mildew, and repels rain 90 minutes after application. Get 1 gallon for $44.49 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including 4 Senses House Cleaning for Best Cleaning Service. Vote today for 4 Senses House Cleaning and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration with lots of top-rated 4s to shop, like 4 of my best-selling dining sets. Get my expandable flake set, just $5.99. Impress your guests with my brand-new Alexis trestle set, just $7.99. Go farmhouse fabulous with my Montana set, just $9.99. Store more with the natural beauty of Sonoma, just $12.99. With financing options to fit your budget. You guessed it, 4 plans to choose from. Join the 4 for the 4th celebration at Bob's. It's gonna be lit.
JC tried Game Flings for the first time the other day and forgot where she was. You can always spot a first-timer. Game Flings with Oxy Boost and Febreze.
One bite of 100% Angus beef ballpark frank, and you'll say, hello, summer. Oh yeah, it's ballpark season.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Imagine life without that awful joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. Now there's an amazing non-invasive medical option available here. Regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. No surgery, no steroids. a natural solution that helps restore damaged tissue in your joints with long-lasting results. Don't spend one more day in pain. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Learn more about these non-surgical procedures at QC Kinetics.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Get 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport. Limited inventory available.
Welcome back. Take a peek at Linda's morning. She's always handing in some stunners. A nice little reflection of the lake there.
Lovely. Hey, if you have a nice picture to show us, use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. You guys ever go to Costco?
All the time.
Costco?
It's been a while.
Been a while. Well, Costco's cracking down on membership cards. Again, it's kind of like the Netflix thing where people are like sharing passwords. I guess people are sharing Costco cards. Shoppers using self-checkout lanes at the Warehouse Club increasingly being asked to show member ID with their photo as the company aims to slow down unauthorized card sharing. There are, of course, different levels of memberships. Costco says that they've noticed a big increase in shoppers using cards that are not theirs.
I guess the last time I did it was when I went and bought a TV.
You used somebody else's card?
Well, no, I went with them. Can you do that? I went with them and they bought.
I thought you could, but I don't know.
I don't know.
So here's my problem. I lost my Costco card, so I just used my husband's, which probably looks like I'm stealing somebody else's. But you pay for a household membership.
Okay, yeah. Like, there's probably nothing wrong with that, right?
I don't think so, but I know that they have said in the past, well, where's your card?
Oh.
I would love to know, ma'am.
I see where they're coming from, though.
Yeah,
they got to protect their bottom line. You know? All right. Well, you've been warned, folks. All right, let's get a quick check of that forecast.
Yeah, very hazy this morning. We've got some thick smoke from those wildfires and coming out of Canada. In fact, I can't even see the sun. It should be able to become visible here shortly. We are looking at a little bit better air quality to our north, but visibility is right now down to a 2.5 mile here in Madison, 3-mile visibility in Juneau. Temperatures right now in the upper 50s.
All right. We got a front headed our way, and when this smoke will clear on out of here, that's coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote online for Vista West, Madison's premier senior living community, nominated for Best Assisted Living and Best Retirement Community. Vote for all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com. Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Academy of Little Vikings for Best Child Care. Vote today for Academy of Little Vikings and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Lowe's knows you want to make the most of your summer. That's why we're offering the hottest deals of the season, so your summer is full of fun and savings. Shop top 4th of July deals now, in-store or online.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
No level of lead is safe for a child.
Right now, the dangers of lead poisoning. How a Wisconsin family got the attention of the White House.
We made clear that we were not involved. We had nothing to do with it.
Plus, President Biden's comments on the Russian rebellion, who he claims is to blame.
And let's give you your first look outside this morning. Another hazy day ahead. You'll be able to see and smell that smoke in the air, Kelly.
Yeah, very thick smoke coming through this morning. In fact, visibility is down to 2.5 miles because of the smoke this morning. It should gradually get better later today. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Happy Tuesday, everybody. You can just see the smoke out there. It is unbelievable. It's going to impact your drive to work this morning, too, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, I took a big whiff out there, and then you can actually really smell it. Wow. So it is that thick. So obviously, if you have any respiratory problems, probably limit your time outdoors. Even if you're healthy, I wouldn't be going on a marathon this morning because of that thick smoke. Obviously, respiratory problems. You might start to get a scratchy throat. Your eyes might start to get a little bit scratchy as well. 2.5 mile visibility in Madison because of that smoke. Janesville at 2, so the smoke has come down to the ground, and this has been blocking out the sun. We do have air quality advisories, not only just today, but it actually is in effect until noon on Thursday. But I think the worst of the quality is going to be occurring this morning into the early afternoon. That's evidence on our future track smoke. See this bright orange right over the eastern part of the state, the southern 2/3 of the state, seeing that thick smoke. But as we go into the afternoon, this blue shading indicating some cleaner air coming in out of Canada, suppressing that down into Illinois. Unfortunately, looks like by later tonight and tomorrow, we'll get into a southerly flow that'll return the smoke right back at us. Might not be as thick as what we're seeing this morning, but still causing some problems with those air quality issues. So we'll have the haze today, poor air quality this morning into the afternoon. High temperatures struggling to get in low 80s just because that smoke is blocking out some of that sun this morning. We do have some chances of rain. It looks like later this week, going into the first half of the weekend. 59 right now in Madison, 61 in Janesville, Juneau at 56. We got that haze on the horizon, fairly thick smoke, 59 degrees, so a nice start to the morning. Temperatures will be warming through the 70s here with the hazy conditions. We'll take a look at the chance of late week showers and thunderstorms coming up in about 15 minutes.
Sounds good, Kelly. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the air quality index from airnow.gov. It shows just what kind of conditions we should expect today and where it's the worst. It might be hard to make out on this map. You see here, it's Lake Michigan, and that blue dot is us. It's going to get the worst up until about noon. This air, not good for everyone due to the record outbreaks of fires in up in Canada. That's, of course, what we've been dealing with over the last month or so. And now we have Public Health Madison, Dane County, and the CDC out with some suggestions to keep yourself safe during this advisory. You want to limit your time spent outdoors. That goes for everyone. The risk is higher for older adults, children, teenagers, and people with heart or lung problems. Try to keep all windows and doors closed, and if you're in one of those sensitive groups and you have an air purifier, use it. Also, if you have to be outside, experts say to use an N95 mask for the best protection. If you don't have one of those, you can use a scarf over your face. That would help too.
If you need to get inside today but don't have a place to go, the Safe Haven Shelter on the east side is open from 9 until 6. The Central Madison Public Library also opens at 9. They'll be open until 9 this evening. If there are any City Emergency Center openings, we'll let you know right here on News 3 Now this morning or over on channel3000.com. And of course, you can stay on top of those air quality advisories, any precipitation that might break them up over the week ahead by downloading our First Warn weather app.
The White House is taking notice of a Milwaukee family and their journey with lead poisoning. Aiden Branch and his family are telling their story through a book. It's about a little boy who was poisoned by lead. After a 2-day stay in the hospital, Aiden's mother is working now to raise awareness about the dangers.
No level of lead is safe for a child. It's a lifelong thing. It's not something that goes away. So he'll have to deal with this for the rest of his life.
Aiden's mother went on to say that exposure slowed her son's growth and development, and she is now on dialysis because of prolonged exposure. After presenting his book, Aiden, the Lead-Free Superhero, to Vice President Kamala Harris, Aiden says he's writing another book now, a second one. His mother has founded the Coalition on Lead Emergency and plans on writing a lead detoxifying cookbook.
Continuing coverage now, former Badgers wide receiver Marcus Allen is accepting a deal with the Dane County DA's office. Allen, you'll remember, was arrested for carrying a stolen gun in his backpack earlier this year at the Mifflin Street block party. The DA says Allen is working through the so-called deferred prosecution program. That means if Allen completes the program, he won't face any charges related to the incident.
Developing this morning in Grant County, a woman is dead, hit by a suspected drunk driver head-on. Her husband and grandchildren are still in critical condition. This crash happened on Highway 18 near Hickland Hollow Road Monday night. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the crash happened when a pickup truck driven by a 57-year-old man from Bloomington crossed the center line of the highway and hit a car carrying a set of grandparents from Prairie du Chien with their grandchildren. Authorities pronounced the grandmother dead at the scene. The grandfather and 2 granddaughters, ages 5 and 7, were rushed to the hospital. The suspected drunk driver faces multiple charges, including homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle.
Attorney General Josh Kaul, police officers and teachers all teaming up to ask lawmakers to reconsider cutting funding to the state's Office of School Safety. The program's been in place since 2018 to help prevent school violence. It also distributed safety grants to Wisconsin schools, provided training, and had blueprints of school layouts. The Joint Finance Committee voted not to fund the program anymore earlier this month.
Help wanted. That's the message from the Middleton Cross Plains School District this morning. They're using summer break to recruit badly needed bus drivers. The district had a shortage last year. It led to canceled field trips and students showing up late to class and extracurriculars.
There are also school bus drivers that are starting the student's day and ending the student's day on a very positive note. So a lot of times we have that interaction with our school bus drivers. If a student hasn't been riding for a couple of days or a longer period of time, our school bus drivers typically reach out and ask, like, hey, is everything okay?
If you're interested in helping, a Drive a Bus event is scheduled for July 11th. They aim to get people comfortable and licensed before the upcoming school year.
Your Madison bus ride is about to get greener thanks to millions in new federal funding. The transit system here will get $37.9 million total. It's going to go toward purchasing electric buses, charging equipment, and solar panels. The money comes from the bipartisan infrastructure law. 130 different projects will get grant funding because of it. In Wisconsin, Beloit also received several $100,000 for upgrades to its bus system.
New this morning, Texas has a new plan to stop migrants from crossing into the country at the Rio Grande. The state's paying a company to put floating border barriers in the river. Texas's Governor Greg Abbott says the first 1,000 feet is set to be placed near the city of Eagle Pass. Texas is scheduled to deploy the barriers early next month, but according to the International Boundary and Water Commission, the governor has yet to obtain the permits.
The U.S. is denying any role in the short-lived rebellion against Vladimir Putin in Russia. The White House says President Biden received hour-by-hour updates of what was happening, and he talked with allies, but he had no part in it. He spoke with press for the first time on the topic yesterday. The mercenary leader, meanwhile, says he ended his campaign when he knew a lot of blood would be shed. President Biden told the press Russia created the problem, not the West.
We gave Putin no excuse to blame this on the West or to blame this on NATO. We made clear that we were not involved. We had nothing to do with it. This was part of a struggle within the Russian system.
Now, it's not clear where the mercenary leader is currently located. He had been on his way to Belarus. Putin, meanwhile, is meeting with law enforcement agencies to crack down on any dissent.
6:38, are your kids bugging you about being bored? In our Health Watch, we have some options that don't include any screens.
And the smoke continues to reduce the visibilities this morning. We do have some rain chances. Hopefully that'll clear out the smoke later this week while the first warn forecast coming up.
And Josh Breider's in the 608, wrapping up yet another month of fun. We'll take a look at all the inspiration this past month has brought us.
Get over
50% off on this sofa chaise right now at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Up to 60% off list throughout the store, and up to 70% off on clearance items. The 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
You never know what opportunities life will send your way. But if you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis, Enbrel can help you say, I'm in for what's next. Willing to put yourself out there to try something new? I'm in. Care for a seat at the Thursday night game? I'm in. Upgrading your home court?
I'm in.
Enbrel helps relieve joint pain and helps stop permanent joint damage. And with less pain, you're free to join in. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections, serious, sometimes fatal events including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu. When opportunities come your way, be ready to say, I'm in for what's next. Ask your doctor about Enbrel.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Try a toasted bagel sandwich and pair it with a $2 medium iced coffee. Now even bolder.
I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. You could save $700 just by switching.
Oh, let me put a reminder on my phone. On the top of the pile.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on the Chevy Blazer, or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Incredible deal on this Sealy Queen mattress for just $399 at the 4th of July mattress blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, Sealy mattresses starting as low as $129. Up to 60% off list. What a sale.
Like that bomb went off.
I'm on the scene of an explosion.
By the next morning, it had gone out of my account. Scammers have new tricks up their sleeve all the time.
I'm terrified to see his name again next to another little girl's name because nobody loves him.
I'm feeling stressed looking over your shoulder.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
In our Health Watch this morning, school's out and screens are on. Health experts say children and adolescents spend a lot of time on mobile devices, gaming, consoles, TVs, the whole 9 yards this time of year.
Over the summer in particular, more kids turn to screens more often because they have more time on their hands. Doesn't have to be that way, though. Screens do have a place in a child's life, but experts encourage parents to set boundaries, sticking to 2 to 3 hours a day of screen time. Replace those screens with a neighborhood walk, a scavenger hunt, museum trips, maybe a stop at the library. Play dates are also a good way to keep kids entertained and to keep them being social.
If they're bored, it's okay for them to figure it out on their own.
That's
like,
true.
You don't have to constantly provide them things to do. I run into this all the time. I'm bored. It's like, well,
find something to do.
Yeah, you're a kid.
I've read that. That's very important, so that
use your imagination.
They don't rely on you to fill their time. Yes, they're allowed to be bored.
So we have a lot to talk about in the weather this morning. Kelly Slifka is out on the patio. The big story today, Kelly, is the haze in the sky. Awful smoky out there today.
Yeah, I was able to take a look at the sun, and the sun is just this bright orange ball up in the sky now, just trying to fight going through all this smoke that we have. And it's down here near the surface, and it's really reduced the visibility. And that will be an issue, especially this morning into the early afternoon hours. Should gradually get better. In fact, our visibility is now at 2.5 miles here in the Madison area. So we do have some fairly thick fog. I tell you what, we are looking at the haze here across much of Dane County. Our average high is 81. We'll get up to 82, provided that we get enough of that sun fighting through some of this smoke to warm us up enough going into the afternoon hours. Our air quality advisory is in effect now, not only today, but it's actually in effect until Thursday. And that's because we're going to have this smoke just kind of swirling around the Great Lakes states. Now, I think we're getting the thickest of the smoke going into through the morning hours into the early afternoon hours. It should dissipate a little bit going into the evening, still causing a problem, though, for some, especially those that have respiratory issues. All wrapping around this storm system right now east of Michigan. This is a fire in Quebec, Canada, just north of Montreal. Very large fire, and it's wrapping that smoke right into the Badger State, and that's why we're seeing the thickest of smoke coming through this morning. There are signs that there will be a little bit of clearing later this morning, areas to the north, up in the northern parts of the state. You see that blue shading. We've got the orange in southern Wisconsin for most of the morning into the early afternoon hours, but it starts to dissipate a little bit, and it sinks down into Illinois. But then we'll get back into a southerly flow, and that'll just bring that smoke right back at us. Maybe not as thick as what we're seeing this morning, but still causing a problem for some. Drought conditions obviously still a concern. Maybe saw a little bit of relief in southern Grant County, parts of Lafayette and Greene County, but Madison area did not get enough rain to really eat away at that that deficit for rainfall. As we go through the end of the weekend the weekend, we do have chances of rain. Could be talking about a quarter to a half. But at least we do have that chance of rain going into the upcoming later part of the weekend Hazy Sunday today with the smoke. Temperatures in the 80s this week. That chance of rain ramps up later Thursday into Friday. Temperatures right now are in the 50s, so it's a comfortable start to the morning with the sun. We should be warming through the 70s. Hazy sun at that. Headed into the lower 80s later this afternoon. The chance of rain mainly across the northern parts of the state Wednesday. Better chances as this front sinks down to the south on Thursday. That'll continue into a Friday and maybe even a lingering shower into a Saturday as well. So the first warm forecast, we got the hazy sun today. Tomorrow, more humidity Saturday with that chance of rain Thursday and Friday, lingering into Saturday. Temperatures in the 80s this weekend.
Okay, Kelly, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's 6:45 now. We are approaching the end of the month, so that means it's time for a look back at June in the 608.
Beautiful month to be outside. Josh Breider inside this morning to take a look back at all the fun in the month of June. Hey there, Josh.
Hey, guys. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, right? And with Concerts on the Square coverage tomorrow, then I'm on vacation for the rest of the month through the 4th of July. So we're celebrating the end of June a little early this morning. And boy, the first month of summer really brought the fun along with it. On the next episode of In the 608. So a little bit about Kenny. Kenny was born just last night, so just hours old here. Made for TV right there. So I'm just going around to everything, just testing out the cush, just seeing how nice it is. This one passes. Plus, we have liftoff of the new South Terminal at the Dane County Regional Airport.
This is kind of one of my favorite parts about the South Terminal expansion, and you can go find your favorite beach or your house around Madison. It's really fun. We're excited to show it off.
We're going to talk more about the event coming up at 6:45. If you're looking for hope this morning, take a look at that. We have a rainbow.
It is amazing. People who've been here know it. It's just electric. I mean, the energy, it's a celebration.
Our little team called the Traveling Rat Pack have raised over $375,000 over the period of 14 years.
Those temperatures, I decided to wear a golf skirt today.
I don't know why you dress like that.
Fashion over everything, Josh.
We established this tournament 7 years ago, and giving back to the community was the #1 goal of this tournament.
Let's see if I can help Kenny out. This vehicle is so cool, you guys. We'll have all of this up on channel3000.com. I'm going to get into it. Hopefully don't ruin anything. This thing's a little smaller. Takes a squeeze my little booty in here to get comfortable, but I've been eyeing this one up the entire time.
You gonna bring a couple back? I'd love to taste it. Love to try it.
Gonna be great.
He can hardly choke it down. He's a little busy right now.
Somebody get that man a glass of milk.
You know what I think about talking with your mouth full.
What a polite man. Josh Breider.
Oh, he just wanted to reposition for the camera, I think, here, guys.
Madison Area Builders has been doing the Parade of Homes since the 1950s. It seems like every year there's something new. It's exciting. It's been a tremendous group of people that have put these homes together.
Right behind us, we got groundwater coming out that's 50 degrees all year round and about 2.6 million gallons of water per day coming out of the ground and feeding the Yahara chain of lakes.
Here we go. Josh Bryder, red shirt, fourth from the left, riding the number 3 mongoose this morning. There's the gate, and they're off.
Fast already.
My quads are on fire.
What's the point of all those workouts if you're not going to pick it up there, buddy?
Say, Leah, I think Viola and Kelly have a relationship kind of like me and you. Earlier, Kelly brought food over, and then Viola was trying to snag it away.
Very good, dear. Nice job.
He knew that we were on live TV. Back to you. My thanks to photojournalist Mark Schilling for putting that piece together. Remember, you can always watch our features by going to channel3000.com/in608.
Boy, you got a tough job, don't you?
Oh my gosh, we say this every month, right? But it's always fun. Like every month we do new things, right? Like some of the things that we've done, like the BMX riding, for example, that's the first time I've ever been on a BMX course like that, you know? So experiencing it right along with you guys, and obviously with live TV, you don't know what's gonna happen sometimes, and that's kind of the fun with it too.
Let's face it, June is a heck of a month to be outside.
Oh my gosh, yes, and more summer months ahead. Concerts on the square tomorrow, we're gonna be out there. It's gonna be a great morning.
You better believe it. Josh Bryder, thank you very much.
You bet.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out for a chance to be featured. Coming up in the morning sprint, new data shows us a safety trend on Madison streets.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can celebrate right here on News 3 Now this morning.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This July 4th is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including dwellings, for best furniture, home accessories, and best interior design. Vote for all your favorites on madisonmagazine.com.
You got me.
Ty, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Upgrade your travel experience and fly local with MSN.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
There's an air quality advisory for southern Wisconsin. You can probably smell the wildfire smoke from inside your home. Try to limit your time outdoors if you can. If not, try to cover your face over the next couple of days. The advisory expected to end around noon Thursday.
Take a look at this damage. A suspected drunk driver in custody after causing a partial collapse of a downtown Madison home over the weekend. It happened on South Blair Street. Took out the porch completely and caused a partial collapse. Police say that the driver tried to get away but was arrested on 4th offense OWI and obstruction.
Pedestrian deaths in Madison are on the decline. It's the exact opposite statewide, though. In Madison, pedestrian fatalities fell from 5 in 2021 to 2 last year. So far in 23, Madison has had 2 deaths. Statewide, there have been 30.
After spending more than 2 years in Ukraine as a Fulbright scholar, a retired Platteville professor is teaching there again, this time using his expertise with special education to help Ukrainian refugees. For Dan Leck, he's helping to implement a $10,000 grant from the U.S. State Department.
The Middleton School District is looking to hire new bus drivers after experiencing a shortage last year. Field trips had to be canceled. Students were even late for class or other trips because of a lack of drivers. A Drive a Bus event is scheduled for July 11th for interested drivers to get behind the wheel. The goal is to get people comfortable and licensed before the upcoming school year.
Prosecutors in Idaho plan to seek the death penalty against a man charged with killing 4 University of Idaho students. Brian Koberger is charged with stabbing 4 college students to death at a house in Moscow. He denies any wrongdoing, and his attorneys say the DNA of 2 other men was found at the scene.
A man convicted of 2 murders in a 33-year-old Florida cold case, now accused of assaulting his lawyer in court. You can see it right there on camera. Joseph Zeeler was attending his sentencing when this happened. He was caught on camera elbowing his attorney in the face. Bailiffs had to take him out of the courtroom. He was found guilty of first-degree murder in 2 1990 killings back in May.
3 San Antonio police officers charged with murder. It's in the fatal shooting of a woman inside her home. She appeared to be suffering from a mental health crisis. After approaching her window and smashing it with a hammer, officers opened fire. The family plans to file a civil case against the city of San Antonio and the police department.
He had this ability of childlike excitement. So they both were so excited.
Those are the first public comments of a woman who lost her husband and son in the Titan submersible disaster. She says it was originally supposed to be her, not her son, who went on the ill-fated adventure. All 5 people on board the submersible died after it imploded above the Titanic wreckage.
Good morning. 5 minutes away from straight up 7 o'clock as we are looking at the hazy sun this morning as we're getting a lot of smoke that has moved into the area, obviously causing some air quality issues. So limit your time outdoors, especially this morning into the early afternoon hours. Visibility is down to 2.5 miles here in Madison, 3-mile visibility in Juneau. Air quality advisories not only today, but that'll continue right through Thursday at noon. Temperatures in the 50s this morning. We're going to be rising through the 60s. Into the 70s here at the noon hour, should be topping out in lower 80s, and it looks like the air quality will remain low tomorrow into Thursday before a chance of rain bring us a little bit of relief, maybe a little bit of rain by the end of the week as well.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Another news and weather update coming up in 30 minutes.